Hello, everyone. In today's reading, we're going to ask what's attractive about your energy right now. And when I say right now, this can apply to any time that you're watching this video. This reading is timeless. So we have 4 incense boxes to choose from today. And I wanted to give you guys a quick tip for choosing your pile. So I really recommend that you go with where your intuition guides you and not just by what your favorite scent is. So, for example, if your favorite scent is vanilla, but you feel more of a pull towards jasmine, I feel like that could be a sign that your intuition is guiding you. But if you happen to be drawn to one that is where your intuition is guiding you, but also happens to be your favorite scent, that's okay too. It's just a quick tip if that helps. But yeah, go ahead and see what you're drawn to, see what calls out to you, and feel free to pause the video if you need more time. And let's get started. Hello, Group 1. If you chose this vanilla incense, this is going to be a reading about what's attractive about your energy right now. And in case you missed the intro, this is a timeless reading, so it can apply to any time that you're watching. And before we get started, I wanted to quickly mention that I am using a new microphone today, and I'm still getting used to it. So I apologize if it's kind of awkward at times, Group 1, or if there's any muffling, background noises, or heavy breathing. But yeah, I apologize in advance. And by the time that I'm filming this, Mercury is still in retrograde, so I'm kind of taking my chances here, but the show must go on. So yeah, with that out of the way, Group 1, I'm really excited to get into your reading. So first of all, I was channeling something about you being a representation. There's very much this energy of you being a leader or taking the lead recently. It feels like you're really taking back your power, Group 1, and people are noticing this about you. And, I feel like it hasn't always been easy to step into this energy, but it seems like you're really blossoming into someone who knows their worth and isn't afraid to put their foot down. And on the back of the deck, okay, the 6 of Wands wanted to pop out, so okay, we'll take that. On the back of the deck, we have 3 of Swords. So yeah, Group 1, I feel that you're stepping into a new era of confidence after a period of heartbreak or difficult situations. And it just seems to me like maybe you can relate to stepping into your villain era even. It just seems like there's this energy of enough is enough, and I'm going to take back my power. And in particular, there is this message about you using your powerful voice in some way, Group 1. And it seems like you're advocating more for yourself. And even if you disagree at times, Group 1, I feel like you are doing a great job at this. It seems like maybe you're not giving yourself enough credit, especially if you've recently stepped out of a period in your life where you were overcoming people pleasing or making yourself small to make other people feel comfortable. And with that being said, this is something that does take time to heal. It's not an overnight success at times, especially when it comes to advocating for ourselves and using our voice. And I feel that a lot of you guys are also really attractive right now in general, because it seems like you are someone who roots for the underdog, or are always someone who, I feel like this has always been something that has been within you all along, Group 1. But it seems like recently, I don't know, I feel like you've been helping other people more in some way, or even in small, subtle ways. I feel like a lot of you guys aren't going to be able to recognize this or again, give yourself enough credit, because I feel like you're so humble, group one, and I feel like you're underestimating the kind of impact that you're having on others right now. I feel like you're really lighting a fire with certain people around you. Even if it's just being kind to a stranger, group one, you're really making a positive impact. And I feel that a lot of you guys in particular could be like aggressively positive to certain people. Like if someone talks bad about themselves, you could tell them to shut the F up, quite frankly. And, you know, I think some people really get a kick out of that, group one, if you do resonate with that. That's not the best example, but yeah, if you know, you know. But yeah, group one, I feel like you're someone, again, I feel like you've always been this way, but it seems like recently you're ready to bring this energy out of you even more, especially when it comes to sticking up for people who feel powerless or don't have a voice. I feel like you give people a voice by just being yourself. And with what I was mentioning about this aggressive positivity, I'm trying to find better examples for this, group one, but I hope this is making sense. Like, I feel like you have a way of comforting people that wakes them up and gives them a lot of energy. And it's not just your typical validating their feelings or giving them a safe space to be themselves or vent. And I feel like you do that in some ways as well, group one. But I feel like you have a certain kind of magic to you that really motivates people and makes them want to take back their power. And this can even show up in ways where you maybe give some tough love. And if you're worried about this, or if you have any hesitation, I feel like more people enjoy this more than you think, group one. And I feel like you've helped so many people by just being yourself. There's something about you right now that is really inspiring people and activating their true purpose or what steps that they need to take next. And yeah, let's talk more about your tarot, group one. So we have the Hierophant in reverse, and I feel like this card is really standing out to me the most because there's something very unique and unconventional about you that is very much needed, especially right now, group one. I feel like you could be stepping into a new cycle or about to come across more people who need your kind of energy in their life. Because I feel like in a lot of ways you can relate to these people and know what they need to feel motivated again. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys could also be pretty passionate about self-help and spirituality in general, but you may be tired of the fakeness that comes with that, or the toxic positivity, just really inauthentic guidance or social media posts, whatever outlet that you've been consuming. Or yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys are just fed up with the lies and deception when it comes to the areas of self-help and spirituality. I feel like you've come to a lot of truths that, like, for example, spiritual bypassing, that's a big dilemma in the spiritual community for sure. So that could be something that you're frustrated with right now, group one. And I feel like you help other people see beyond illusions or things that make them feel powerless, especially when it comes to certain life philosophies or beliefs that other people have that may be hindering their growth or affecting their confidence. So if we're speaking about spirituality, for example, maybe you've come across people that, or will come across people, group one, that are deep into spiritual concepts that, for example, victim blame or just make things more confusing and add fear on their journey, that they could be very lost and confused about and wondering what they're doing wrong. But I feel like you add something very human and authentic to those who need it, group one. You're very real, and people really need this, and I can't emphasize that enough. And you're showing up here as the Queen of Wands, someone who's very confident and, like I said, a true leader. And there's something very protective about your energy as well, group one. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I feel like you root for the underdog. Because maybe you know what it's like to go through certain things alone. Like maybe you wish you had someone to help you on your path, and you don't want other people to go through the same things that you did. And with Two of Wands in reverse here and Six of Wands, this tells me that maybe, group one, your path has taken some detours at times, or your ideas of success and what truly motivates you could have been reaching a turning point to where you sat yourself down and decided, okay, this isn't working, but I'm going to make the best of the situation and take action somewhere else, or take a decision that needs to be taken for my highest good. Even if I face setbacks, or even if I go down a different road than I expected, that doesn't mean that I won't be successful. And I feel like this is something that's really powerful, group one, and is truly working for you. All right, I'm going to take a moment to pull some oracles. Spirit, what is attractive about group one's energy right now? Oh, sorry if the shuffling is a little loud. What's attractive about group one's energy? The time that they're watching this video, Spirit. Yes, we got companion here, so definitely group one. People are seeing you as someone that they want to be in your circle. They want to be your friend. They want to be... I'm not sure if I'm getting romantic partner just yet, but I am getting past romantic energies that could still be lingering in your energy, group one. That could be kind of annoying to hear, but if that's the case, group one, I feel like these past romantic energies are also noticing your glow up and how you're approaching certain life goals right now. I'm getting that a lot of these romantic interests couldn't keep up with you, or were keeping you small, or weren't taking their path as seriously as you did. Spirit, can you please describe what is attractive about group one's energy right now? Awaken the witch, awaken your dormant potential, and unlock your inner witch. I'm really excited to see this because this is the Pope Girls Tarot, and I was drawn to this for you guys, and there is a lot of witchy imagery here, so maybe you guys are into witchy things or witchcraft as well. But you're showing up here, Group 1, as a true alchemist, as someone who works with what you have to make your dreams a reality. You always have a plan B, even if you're just taking a leap of faith, even if you don't have all the answers. Spirit, what is attractive about Group 1's energy right now, please? Be willing to let go of everything you once thought to be true. So yeah, Group 1, I feel like a lot of you guys have recently ended a cycle or made a lot of sacrifices or hard choices in order to welcome in a new cycle. And I feel like this is confirmation that it's really working for you. And people are noticing this about you as well. Okay, so we're going to roll some Astro Dice now. And if you're wearing headphones, now would be a good time to turn down your volume. I'm not sure how loud it's going to be. But in 3, 2, 1. Spirit, what's attractive about Group 1's energy at the time that they're watching this video? So we have the first house, Cancer, and I believe this is Pluto. I gotta check that. Okay, yeah, this is Pluto. So yeah, Group 1, I feel like you're really transforming right now, and it's really powerful. It's really taking its course. So I feel like this could be extra confirmation if you can sense this occurring, or as though you wonder if you're making the right choices. I feel like the changes and the choices you've made recently are really working for you, and are going to show results. And with the first house here, I feel like a lot of you guys are also focusing on your identity or what makes you you, and really embracing that. You could be interested in changing up your look as well, and trying out new aesthetics or new clothes. And with the Cancer here, this could be confirmation if you have Cancer placements, but it doesn't have to be. But Cancer is all about our emotions, our intuition, just to name a few examples. And I feel that what's attractive about your energy right now, Group 1, is that you're really taking care of yourself. Despite any obstacles or difficulties that you faced in the past or right now. And I feel like people are really inspired by you. Yeah, Group 1, I feel like there's a lot of people that are looking up to you right now that you may not expect. And there's only going to be more people that notice your presence more. I feel like more people are going to be able to recognize your strength, and there's something about you being kind of a celebrity in their eyes, or just someone that a lot of people are bound to find really iconic, Group 1. And when it comes to the people that are closest to you, Group 1, I feel like they appreciate you so much. Especially with this companion card. I feel like this message is coming through because they've always found your energy attractive, and I feel like these people have really enjoyed seeing your glow up and how you have really grown into your confidence and your power. and they're very proud of you, and they have a lot of love for you, and they're excited to see where you venture off to. And there's this energy of them feeling very privileged to know you and be close to you, group one. So yeah, whoever comes to mind, I feel like that's a good confirmation here. But I feel like these are people who may be your day ones, or people who have always had your back throughout every phase in your life. But it doesn't have to be resonating 100% group one. I just feel like there's some people here who really value having you in their life, and they want to continue that. And I feel like a lot of you guys need to hear this, because there are people who want to be loyal to you, group one, and aren't going to be afraid of you changing and elevating. They're going to be your biggest supporters and cheerleaders. And if this doesn't resonate quite yet, group one, then definitely your soul family is out there. There are people who are praying to meet someone like you. So keep doing you, because it's definitely working. Alright, group one, that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much. Bye. Hello, group two. If you chose this rose incense, this is going to be a reading about what is attractive about your energy right now. And in case you missed the intro, this reading is timeless and it can apply to any time that you're watching this video. Before we get started, I wanted to mention something, group two, that I recently got a new microphone and I'm still getting used to it. So I apologize if the sound is kind of awkward at times. If you hear any muffling or background noise, I do apologize in advance. And you know, at the time that I'm filming this, it is Mercury retrograde, so I am trying my best. So to get started on your reading, group two, I feel that what's attractive about your energy right now is the fact that you're coming across as someone who is very calm and unbothered. And I feel like you guys may have had a lot of experience with people who just talk too much shit. And I'm pretty sure I can cuss a little on YouTube. I'm not sure. I should really look into that, because I kind of feel like I'm holding myself back at times. But with that being said, group two, I feel like you don't really care what people think at this point. It seems like you're letting people just assume and letting your haters stay mad. And the thing is, I feel like you're genuinely detached from this. Like, some people get motivation by seeing their haters mad, which, you know, there's no judgment here. You know, sometimes it helps us, but in your case, group two, I feel like you really don't care. You just mind your business and go about your day. And you don't care what assumptions people make about you. And this is driving the right people crazy, group two, because you do not want them around. And I just feel like a lot of these people seem like energy vampires. And I feel like this could be a mix of people who you were once close with, group two, strangers, or people in whatever environment that you go to the most. So work, school, home, whatever the case may be. I feel like you have a very balanced perspective on how to protect your energy in whatever environment that you're in. And I feel like a lot of you guys, if someone were to approach you in a very disrespectful manner, or make some kind of sly, sarcastic, or passive aggressive comment, it would just fly over you. Like, it just seems like a lot of people may be noticing right now that you seem really unaffected by people's drama. Even if you disagree at times, group 2, I feel like you're doing a very good job at, protecting your energy in general and just letting these people stay mad. Like, it's not your problem to solve. And I feel that you are someone who could be pretty private and reserved. Some of you guys could also have Scorpio placements or Taurus placements as well. And also Aquarius, but it doesn't have to resonate. But I feel like you could be someone, group 2, that has a lot of hidden talents or some things about you that you prefer to keep to yourself, because from your perspective, you may see it as something that deserves to be protected, something that deserves to be treasured, and something that is completely your own. And that is definitely admirable, group 2, and there's nothing wrong with that. But with this Ace of Swords in reverse and this Page of Diamonds in reverse, I feel as though people wonder if you're just a pretty face. And that's not just me saying this, group 2. I feel like I'm just describing this from their perspective. And the thing is, it's not true. I just feel like people, in general, like to make assumptions, and, it is what it is. There's not much we can do about that. We can overextend our energy trying to prove ourselves, but that doesn't always work either, because sometimes people always come up with something, Like, there's always something that they have to complain about or critique or nitpick. And I feel like you're someone who has really clocked this kind of energy. Like, you really recognized how some people operate, and you're doing what's best for you at this point, group 2, and this is very attractive. I think it frustrates people, but, that's not your problem. They can stay mad. But yeah, with what I was saying about people thinking you're just a pretty face, again, I don't think this is true. I feel like you are someone who really has the whole package, group 2. But yeah, again, there may be certain talents that you keep to yourself because, I'm sure you have your reasons, group 2, but I just keep getting this energy of some people just being very greedy with your energy and your time, as well as just making unfair assumptions that you may not want any part of, and that's definitely okay, group 2. But with this Ace of Swords and this Page of Diamonds, I keep coming back to this message about people may underestimate you because you may have different gifts than them, or you may have gifts that you just don't boast about. Okay, group 2. So, for example, this doesn't have to resonate, but let's say you aren't active on social media. Like, for example, the most popular places on social media right now, people may think you're out of the loop or uncultured or live under a rock, when secretly you could have your own YouTube channel that you keep to yourself. I don't know if that explains it a little bit, but it's giving this energy of, if only people knew what you were up to, group 2, then they would be really quiet. But again, it's none of their business. And I feel like a lot of these people really don't deserve to know, quite honestly. But let's get into the more positive things that people are finding attractive about you right now, group 2. And not just these people who are up in your business. I feel like there are people who do admire you and want to get to know you. I feel like there are people who notice little details about you. And it seems like there are people right now who are looking for an excuse to talk to you, even if it's just small talk. And I feel like these are people who want to approach you correctly. And again, I feel like this could be a mix of people in your environment, whatever environment that stands out to you with this reading. For example, if you resonate with people being in your business, and this sounds like people in your workplace, there could be people in your workplace who also want to collaborate with you or just strike up conversation. And I feel like these are people who may also have a lot in common with you, especially when it comes to them being more private and reserved. Like, these are people who are going to respect your boundaries, group 2, and they're going to let you just be. They're not going to demand information from you or demand your time or energy. But in general, I feel like this could be a good energy to look out for if it doesn't sound like something that is happening right now. But yeah, group 2, I feel like you're doing the right thing by keeping certain passions or things about yourself to yourself. And don't let anybody make you feel guilty for doing this. And I feel like people find it really attractive that you are private about certain things. And I feel like, some people are into chasing people. And there's a sense of some people around you, group 2, could like that you are a bit closed off or don't give them the time of day because that makes them want you more. As strange as that may sound. But yeah, let's get some other information, group 2. And we're going to pull some oracles now. Some of you guys could also be neurodivergent as well. Spirit, can you please describe more about... Oh, sorry if the shuffling is a little loud, group 2. Spirit, can you please describe more about what is attractive about group 2's energy at the time that they're watching this video? So we have, you will be a great success, but you will have to go through it to get there. There's lessons to be learned. So yeah, group 2, I feel like people can sense that you're destined for success and how your path is very unique and how you're willing to go where not a lot of people are willing to go. Like, you have the discipline and the dedication it takes to be successful. And I feel like you are very wise beyond your years, group 2. You're a very wise soul. And I feel like you're very advanced compared to a lot of your peers or people in your environment. And I feel like a lot of people can also sense this about you. And they may have this opinion that you think you're better than them, but that's just their own projection, group 2. It doesn't mean it's true. And if they actually took the time to get to know you and not let their ego get in the way, they would see what a generous person you are. I feel like you're very humble, and most people can see this about you, group 2, but I feel like there's just too many messages here today about people who just can't mind their business, and it's kind of annoying me. Here, what is attractive about group 2's energy right now, time that they're watching this video? So we have crown chakra. Crown chakra is out of balance. and level up. Start small, start today, just start. The sky's the limit. So yeah, group 2, I feel like you are someone who doesn't take the easy way out. You are focused on the bigger picture. You're someone who is focused on long-term gratification over short-term gratification, because you know that this is the road that will be more fulfilling. And I think in general, this is what's attractive about your energy as a whole, group 2. But it seems like as of recent, you could be more grounded in choosing yourself and more grounded in embracing a more unbothered attitude. I don't want to use the word attitude, actually. An unbothered mindset. There we go. But yeah, group 2, don't let anybody make you feel like you have an attitude or that you're too closed off. Like, they need to mind their business. I can't stress that enough. And some of you guys may have gotten promoted or recently had some success when it comes to your career or some kind of goal, and people are noticing this about you and are feeling kind of salty about it, but whatever. And with this crown chakra, group 2, I feel that you are someone who is naturally very connected to spirit, the universe, whatever term that you're most comfortable with. There's something about your work or your passions that are very divinely guided. It's something that a lot of you guys could benefit from hearing this message, that it's okay to hide out in your cave if you need to recharge or focus on your craft or whatever it is. It's okay to have your alone time, group 2. I feel like a lot of you guys, you have nothing to apologize for, group 2. I feel like you guys are so chill and genuinely so nice and mature. But some people are just too in their ego. It is what it is, but yeah. Let's see other messages we can get. Spirit, can you please describe more about what is attractive about group 2's energy right now? You're not afraid to walk alone. That's what I'm hearing, group 2. You're not afraid to walk alone. Okay, next we have God. Benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. Shadow attributes, despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. So again, group 2, I feel like you're very divinely guided, divinely protected. You could be someone who is in fact really into spirituality and metaphysical things. Like, some people could see that you wear crystal jewelry, or like, I feel like there's some kind of physical thing that people notice about you that signals to them that you're into metaphysical things or unique interests and passions. Like, some of you guys could just wear, like, this could be stickers on your laptop or affirmations on your notebook. I don't know. Those are just some examples, but yeah. So you could share glimpses here and there about your interests in your personality, group 2, through forms of, like I mentioned, like very creative things. But yeah, I feel like some of you guys may need to hear this message, that if you don't want people in your business, it may be helpful to do less of that in whatever way that resonates with you. And I don't really like giving that message because, I'm a firm believer that we should just express ourselves however we want. We shouldn't let other people stop us from doing that. But yeah, I feel like some of you guys could need to hear that if you feel more comfortable with keeping certain things to yourself, because I feel like a lot of you guys have very nosy people around you and they are really noticing you right now. All right, let's take a look at our astro dice, and I'm not sure how loud this is going to be, so now would be a good time to turn down your volume if you feel called to do so. In 3, 2, 1. Spirit, what is attractive about Group 2's energy right now at the time that they're watching this video? Okay, oh, we got Aquarius, so definitely extra confirmation there. And Neptune in the 10th house. So yeah, Group 2, this can definitely relate to your career or your legacy or how people are viewing you, your reputation. So yeah, there's this message to not get too concerned about your reputation or how people are viewing you, Group 2, because it's not completely accurate to the wonderful person that you are. But I do feel like people are very drawn to you right now and really like this mysterious quality about you. And for the people who are just in your business, I feel like they're attracted to you in their own strange way, but I don't want to focus too much on that. And yeah, with Neptune here, I feel like you guys could also be very, very psychic. You could have a lot of spiritual gifts, and maybe a lot of what I just described are things that you could already sense or pick up on, and this could be your confirmation that your intuition is spot on. But yeah, Group 2, don't let these people throw you off balance. You're doing great. You have so much going for you. You have nothing to prove. And there are people who think you're cool. In particular, Group 2, I feel like you have a lot of friend crushes. There are a lot of people who want to be your friend. And no, these aren't the people who are energy vampires. These aren't the people who are up in your business. These are people who are behind the scenes, secretly admiring you and really are inspired by you. And I also feel, Group 2, that you have people sticking up for you and defending your name. And I feel like, yeah, for a lot of you guys, I do feel like this would be in a work environment, but again, it doesn't have to. But I feel like these are some of the same people who are in the same environment that talk amongst themselves. So I feel like some people could be like, why does Group 2 never talk to me? Why do they not like me? Do they think they're better than me? And then there's somebody that jumps in, Group 2, and they're like, well, have you tried saying hi to them? Have you tried being nice like a regular human being? Why don't you try that first? And I feel like this really humbles them, Group 2. So if you're worried or feel uncomfortable with the fact that, again, there's people in your business, you're divinely protected, first of all, but also there are people in your corner, even people you don't know very well or would expect to back you up. And I feel like the people who defend your name, Group 2, can really see right through these people. So you're not alone when it comes to this. I feel like anybody that's bothering you right now, any specific people, they're being humbled for sure. So just keep being you. All right, Group 2, that's what I have for you today. And thank you so much. Hello, Group 3. If you chose the jasmine incense, this is going to be a reading about what's attractive about your energy right now. And in case you missed the intro, this reading is timeless, so it can apply to any time that you're watching this video. And before we get started, I wanted to mention that I just got a new microphone and it's taking me some time to get used to. So I apologize if it's kind of awkward sounding at times. If you hear any background noise, I do apologize in advance. But yeah, Group 3, let's get into your reading. You have such a beautiful energy, period, Group 3. And I feel like I want to take the time to acknowledge the feminines that are watching this reading, or people who advocate for women's rights or just women's well-being. I feel like you're really standing out in this way. And I feel like I really hope I don't get emotional with this pile because, yeah, Group 3, you're such a beautiful person. And I don't know if this is what's attractive about you right now. I feel like maybe we'll get into that here and there, but I feel like today a lot of these messages could relate to how attractive you are, period, in general. But yeah, Group 3, I feel like right now people are finding it very attractive how resilient you are. And because I feel like a lot of you guys are also going through your own difficulties in life or your own stress, especially with this 10 of Wands here. And it just seems like you don't let that affect how you treat others. You still show up for those you care about. And there's a lot of gratitude for you, Group 3, when it comes to those you're most close to. I feel like you have such a healing energy about you that really makes a difference in people's lives. So I also want to mention that if you were drawn to Group 1, there could also be some messages in there for you, but only if you feel really called to. Yeah, I kind of want to go back to this message, Group 3, about this feminine energy, or as though, yeah, there's a strong message about feminine energy that you have, Group 3, and I feel like other feminines are very inspired by this and feel very safe with you. And I feel like if you have sisters or friends or any feminine that you're close to, they really love you, Group 3. And I'm kind of finding that I'm lost for words here. So I feel like something else that people are finding attractive about you is how you just get them. Even if they're rambling or even if they're venting about their day and they're not sure if they're making sense, but you show up and you just understand them. You show a listening ear and a caring heart. And this is so very much appreciated, Group 3. And I also feel like if you have daughters, your daughters really look up to you, Group 3. And I know we're getting really specific, but I really want to focus on this message right now because it feels very significant. But yeah, I feel like a lot of feminines feel very comfortable around you, Group 3, and as though you won't judge them, especially when it comes to uncomfortable topics, for example, like feminine hygiene or sex, for example. I feel like you are someone other feminines find to be a very safe place to talk about these things with. And I feel like a lot of you guys could also have a mix between Cancer and Gemini placements. Like you could have both of these signs in your big three, but it doesn't have to resonate. Or you could have noticed that a lot of the people that you're close to, Group 3, may have Gemini placements or just have a very air-like personality about them. Like, I feel like the people that you're closest to may really be into mental stimulation or really expressing themselves through words. And I feel like this is so important to them, group 3, and not a lot of people are able to understand them like you do. And you're just such a healing presence in general, group 3. You make people feel less alone, group 3, for sure. Like, they don't have to do this alone. They don't have to struggle. They're supported. You make people forget about their problems, group 3. You provide so much relief to those around you. And so far, it seems like this is speaking a lot about people you're close to, but I want to get more into other people as well, group 3, so don't worry. But yeah, I feel like those you're close to, group 3, think you're a very great listener. You're very compassionate and understanding. And I also feel that people love listening to you, group 3. Share your story or your perspective. People enjoy hearing about your life because when you talk about your past or your opinions, it always comes with a tone of wisdom, maturity, and compassion. Even if it's darker topics, even. People also see you as a survivor, group 3. How you how you've been able to navigate certain challenges in your life and are still a very compassionate, I feel like I've said that so many times, but compassionate person. And I feel like you aren't the type of person who, again, would let your problems rub off on other people, in the sense that if you're struggling or if you're in a bad mood, you're not going to take it out on other people. And maybe you know what that's like, group 3, because maybe you've dealt with people like that in the past. Let's see, let me pull some oracles. What is attractive about group 3's energy right now at the time that they're watching this video? Okay, so we have own your power, fix the external by changing the internal. Own your power. Find a mentor in your field who can help you reach your goals faster. So yeah, group 3, I feel like a lot of people definitely look up to you and see you as someone who they can learn a lot from, someone that they trust. And on the back we have a relaxing bath. So I feel like another, this is kind of random, but I feel like people find it attractive how you may have self-care rituals or have certain bath and body products that smell really good. And I'm also getting that you guys, especially if those in your close circle are in fact mostly feminine energies, group 3, if that's the case, I feel like you are someone who lets them borrow your clothes or lets them borrow your girly stuff like jewelry. Like, I feel like you are truly a girl's girl, group 3, if you do identify as such. But yeah, if you're a masculine watching this, I apologize if it's been very heavily focused on that. But yeah, I would just trust your intuition and your own discernment if this is your pile. Spirit, can you please describe more about what are people finding attractive about group 3's energy? at the time that they're watching this video. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but I apologize if the shuffling is a little loud. Okay, so we have to rise, you must let go of fear, and you will be a great success, but you will have to go through it to get there. There's lessons to be learned. Honestly, group 3, I feel like you've been there, you've done that, like Pitbull. And if you know, you know. But yeah, group 3, I feel like this is speaking to the fact that you're someone that people see as someone with a lot of strength and someone who has mastered this. I feel like, yeah, group 3, I feel like you've been through a lot, or as though you could feel older than you actually are because of the fact that you've been through so much in life. But people recognize your strength and people recognize the person that you are today. And yeah, we have 10 of Cups on the back of the deck. So I feel like, yeah, a lot of you guys, this could be your family that is coming through. And when I speak of what's attractive about your energy, it doesn't have to be attractive like in a romantic sense, but I do want to get into other energies as well. But yeah, group 3, I feel like people who are closest to you see you as a gift in their life. It's someone that they aspire to be like. Can you please describe more about what is attractive about group 3's energy right now? You're a lot of people's home, group 3. If home were a person, it would be you. What's attractive about group 3's energy, the time that they're watching this video. So we have student. So this can be as specific as the fact that some of you guys could be parents and could be going back to school, and people could find this really attractive and inspiring, especially those who you are close to. But in general, I feel like people are attracted to your energy right now, group 3, because you're someone who's very humble, open-minded, and despite the fact that you come across as someone who knows a lot and has experienced life in many different ways, you're still someone who's open to learn and grow and expand. You're someone who takes life seriously, but not too seriously. You know that life is short, so we gotta make the best of it while we're here. And again, I feel like a lot of people feel like they can learn from you, group 3. Okay, I'm going to roll some astro dice now. So if you're wearing headphones, now would be a good time to turn down your volume if you feel called to do so, because I'm not sure how loud it's going to be. So 3, 2, 1. Spirit, what is attractive about group 3's energy the time they're watching this video? So we have Taurus. Is that North 12th house? Yeah, that's North Node and North Node. So I feel like what's attractive about your energy right now, group 3, is that people can notice how you've mastered something in particular recently, or there's something about you that deserves to be celebrated, group 3, that you may not be seeing as a big deal, But I feel like people around you are really wanting to celebrate this or even surprise you when it comes to this. So if we're talking about school or college, for example, and let's say you went to college online, so you don't really see it as a big deal when you graduate because there's no, just the environment is a little different. But group three, it doesn't matter what approach you you take, or because I feel like a lot of you guys have had to compromise when it comes to certain goals or get a little uncomfortable in the sense that the appeal may not be there for you. You may not see it as something that's special because of the fact that, I don't know, this is going to be different for everyone. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys could have some shame when it comes to a certain goal or how you've had to approach certain things in your life. It seems like a less than ideal situation, group three, that maybe you're not, maybe you weren't thrilled about, but knew you had to make the most out of what you have. But I don't know if that makes any sense or if I just rambled, but yeah, group three, you deserve to be celebrated. And the people around you want to celebrate you, they want to spoil you. Some of you guys could be even getting a surprise in some way when it comes to those you're closest to. And at the time that I'm filming this, it's very close to Christmas, so maybe that could be significant in some way, but it doesn't have to resonate. But in general, group three, I feel that what's attractive about your energy right now is that you are someone, and I'm speaking now from the perspective of those outside of your close circle. They see you as someone very physically attractive, someone who is very down to earth. Like you could have a very like girl next door or boy next door kind of look about you. And someone in particular that I'm getting here could be like Rory Gilmore or even Lorelai Gilmore. Either one of those would work, just to paint a picture here. They see you as someone who knows your worth, group three. And I feel that people like the way you walk and the way that your posture is. Like you seem like someone who has very attractive body language and someone who is in no rush to the finish line. You're someone who takes time to stop and smell the flowers. People really find it attractive, group three, how you appreciate the little things. And even when you think people aren't looking, is what I'm getting. So, for example, if you quite literally stop and smell the flowers, people think this is really cute and endearing. Just little things like that that you do, group three, they don't go unnoticed. And in the rare times that you do ask for help, group three, I feel that people who help you have no problem doing so. In fact, I feel like a lot of people feel very honored and privileged to be able to guide you or to teach you. And I feel like there's many different groups in this group, like different kinds of people. Like I'm getting, some of you guys could be mothers, or some of you Could just be like in your early 20s, but very, very wise beyond your years. And you could be like the mom friend of your group. But yeah, for those who help you, group 3, I feel like they see you as someone with a lot of potential and someone that, again, they feel honored to help or guide or teach because they know that you would take it. They know you would take it seriously. And I feel it, yeah, if you're in college or school at all, I feel like you inspire certain professors and teachers in ways where you make them feel more confident that this is their life purpose. And like I'm hearing, this is why I teach, this is why I do what I do. It's for people like group 3 that inspire me. Yeah, it doesn't have to be as literal as a college professor. It could be really anybody that you look up to, group 3. Especially people who you feel guilty for asking for help from. I feel like this could be confirmation, group 3, that they enjoy your company, they enjoy taking the time to help you. It's not a burden at all. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys could be star pupils. I think that's the expression when it comes to certain teachers or mentors around you as well. Anybody that you look up to, group 3, look up to you. All right, group 3, that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much. Bye. Hello, group 4. If you chose this amber incense, this is going to be your reading about what is attractive about your energy right now. And in case you missed the intro, this reading is timeless and it can apply to any time that you're watching this video. But before we get started, I wanted to mention that I am using a new microphone in today's video, so I apologize if the sound is kind of awkward at times as I'm still getting used to it and adjusting to it. And at the time that I'm filming this, it is Mercury retrograde, so I do apologize in advance for any awkwardness in this reading today. But yeah, let's get into it, group 4. So I feel that what's attractive about your energy right now is the fact that people are seeing you as someone who bounced back or was able to provide yourself with a stable solution to a certain problem that you had or a certain obstacle that you've dealt with in the recent past. People see you as very grounded right now and someone who is open to life's lessons. And I'm hearing something about how you stuck around. I don't know what this means just yet, but I feel that you're approaching a lot of things right now, group 4, with a very grounded mindset. You're not acting on an impulse, or you're not succumbing. I think that's the word. I think I'm saying that right. Succumbing to peer pressure. You seem to be very present and very just open to life's opportunities right now. And with this Knight of Swords in reverse, I feel like life has put you in situations that were less than ideal, or at least that would be maybe how you would have perceived it in the past, because there is this energy of you rolling with the punches or recovering quite quickly from certain obstacles or situations in your life right now, group 4. And I find myself being kind of tired and out of breath, so this can definitely be the case with you as well, group 4, with how you feel right now in your current energy and when it comes to your pursuits. And I feel like this could be a message to be mindful to not burn yourself out too much, group 4. maybe you're trying to practice more self-discipline or more tough love on yourself, but there's this message that it's important not to be too tough on yourself, group 4. And you're handling a lot of things better than you think, and people are finding this very impressive. I feel like a lot of people respect you, group 4, and I feel like you're impressing new people in particular as well. There's this energy of people observing you and noticing how you handle delicate situations. And yeah, group 4, you seem to be bouncing back a lot recently. Like with this temperance, it seems like you always find a solution, even if it's out of your comfort zone or even if you don't have a lot of time to prepare. Like a lot of you guys could also resonate with the fact that you could work in very fast-paced environments, or maybe you live in a very hectic household at times and you try your best to keep up with everybody. Whatever the case is, group 4, this is valid and you're doing a great job. There's also something kind of hidden here, and I'm really curious about this because it feels like the more that I reach for more information, it's like I'm hitting a brick wall in some cases. And I feel that something, we'll come back to that message later, but I feel like another thing that is coming through today, group 4, is people are finding it really attractive for sure how you are handling other people's problems or other people's energies. Because with this Knight of Cups in reverse, I feel as though there's a couple messages about this. I feel like a lot of you guys may not have a lot of patience for people who are victimizing themselves or romanticizing. I don't know how to explain this. Like people who would use their trauma against you. And I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly, but it's kind of one of those things that you're only going to know if you've been through it. So, of course, take what resonates as always. But yeah, I feel like some people try to tug at your emotions sometimes, group 4, but you don't take the bait. And I feel like this is something people are noticing about you. And I feel like these can pertain to very specific people who you've been dealing with that you may know other people around you deal with as well. Like there could be a specific person where everyone finds to be very draining to be around and unsure of how to navigate. But I feel like people see the way that you handle specific personalities, group 4, and feel very thankful. Like there's a sense of relief in how you handle certain situations, especially ones where I feel like you guys could be dealing with people a lot of times who are quite honestly, it's giving like toddler energy. Like they have a lot of temper tantrums or emotional reactions that could be very draining. And you know, this isn't in the sense that, oh, someone's upset, someone's having a bad day, and they just happen to shed a tear or want or seek support from someone. It's something completely different than that. Because I feel like you guys are someone who's very supportive to those who need it in many different ways. Especially emotionally and financially sometimes. But in general, group 4, I feel like you are able to give people the support they need, and not just in a surface level way, like, oh, everything's going to be okay. I feel like your love language could be acts of service, or you could just really enjoy helping people in a more productive way that gets to the solution. So with what I was talking about when it comes to certain people who have temper tantrums or emotional reactions that are very draining to be around group 4, I feel like you are able to recognize that it's a delicate situation, and these type of people, there's no reasoning with them. So you may have a very calm and direct way of handling these types of people. And what example comes to mind immediately when I say this is maybe a lot of you guys may work in customer service or retail, where a lot of times there are customers with this type of personality. So yeah, group 4, I feel like when it comes to difficult or rude people, you're able to handle them in a very grounded way, and not in a way where you coddle them, or there's another word I'm looking for. Like, you're not going to kiss their butt, essentially, group 4. But I feel like you also understand that some people, like, you never know what that could escalate into. So for example, if you do work in the service industry in whatever way that means to you, group 4, and if we're using like customer service, for example, like, you never know if a customer is going to be potentially dangerous even. So I feel like you are very good at navigating this in a way where you don't have to compromise your values, your integrity, or play nice, but you can assert your power in a way that makes them get the picture or makes them walk away, even if the problem wasn't solved in their eyes. Like, I think we'll have to keep going because, yeah, I feel like there's more that I'm missing here. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys could have very, very low patience for people who have a very entitled mindset, and you don't give in to that kind of behavior. And I feel like this makes people respect you very much, group 4. Let's keep going. Okay, we're going to pull some oracles, and I apologize if the shuffling's a little loud. Spirit, what is attractive about group 4's energy right now at whatever time that they're watching this video? Yeah, I feel like there's more to add onto that aspect. So I'm really interested to see what else comes up. Okay, so we have the end of a tough cycle is finally approaching. If you need to break the rules, do it with conviction to make a difference. Okay, group 4, I feel like you are very good at being stealthy and clever in tricky situations. And I feel like these are situations where it just feels like they're very delicate and as though a little risky. So if this is a job we're talking about, I feel like this could be in situations where your job is at risk. And again, if we're using the example of customers, like, these could be customers where you never know how they're going to react or what action they're going to take next. So I feel like you are able to sneak past these kind of situations and come out of it as a survivor, group 4. This is a very interesting pile. Like, I feel that this type of energy would only work for you, group 4. If anybody else approached these situations the way you do, I feel like it wouldn't work that well. I feel like you have a certain, again, stealth about you. You're able to quickly think on your feet and trust your instinct. It's like you have some kind of shield over you. Like maybe you do protection rituals, group 4, so that you are able to protect your energy first of all, but also yeah. It almost gives this energy, group 4, as though you get away with certain things, but I'm not saying that's true, but I feel like this is something that's very attractive about your energy right now. Because there's something about you, group 4, that only you can do, that others cannot emulate, because if they approach these situations the way you do, they would suffer some consequences, which is very interesting. Spirit, what is attractive about group 4's energy right now at the time that they're watching this video? And I feel like this could go for your whatever's going on currently in your life, group 4. That if you feel like you're feeling the pressure when it comes to certain things, or as though your time is running out, or as though you can't keep sneaking by or getting away with certain things, it seems like maybe you guys are aware that the way you're approaching certain things right now could be kind of something where you feel in some way you got lucky with, but you won't always get lucky with. So we have solar chakra, so solar plexus, and exercise. Love yourself enough to exercise and enjoy the glow of good health. And with that being said, group 4, I feel like this is a message as well that this is just how it's being perceived. It doesn't mean that you're in trouble or you're going to get in trouble. Like there could just be very, very unconventional ways that you're approaching certain pursuits right now that may involve people or may involve some risk that you may think you won't be able to get away with. Like, I don't know what that is, but I'm very intrigued by it. But yeah, we have solar plexus here, so I feel that people are really attracted by your personal power right now, group 4, and how, again, you trust your gut and your instinct, and you seem to be a very confident person, and that could be another reason why this uncertainty is coming through here, group 4. You may be perceiving certain things as though you're faking it or you're faking your confidence, but you're not sure how much longer you can keep this up. But group 4, it's okay if you feel that way, and sometimes we do have to fake it till we make it. And with this exercise card here, I feel that a lot of you guys could also have a fitness routine, and this is very attractive, especially if you're starting to see results of this, or if you're wondering if it's paying off. I feel like this could be confirmation that people are noticing. But in general, I feel like people are attracted to your body as well, group 4, in whatever way, whatever form it's in. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys could have curvy or muscular body types, but it doesn't have to resonate. But with this exercise card, I feel like a lot of you guys are just very good at, you're very good at being flexible right now, and you're able to adapt very well to all kinds of situations. And I feel like a lot of you guys don't give yourself enough credit for this, because it seems as though, yeah, like people are viewing you as someone very impressive, group 4. Even if you don't think you're confident, other people are seeing you as someone who is. Let's see what else we can get. Yeah, I feel like you guys kind of break the rules in some way when it comes to certain things in your life right now. And this is something that is very powerful and is working for you, group 4. And I kind of want to laugh because I don't know, I kind of like this energy. It feels kind of mischievous in some way, but at the same time, you're not a troublemaker either, group 4. You may be someone who moves in silence or is very calculated when it comes to your next steps or your next moves because, yeah, like I said in the beginning, it was kind of a bit mysterious to me in some ways, and as though sometimes I felt blocked when it comes to reaching for more messages. Okay, so now I'm going to roll some astro dice, and if you're wearing headphones, now would be a good time to turn down your volume. I'm not sure how loud it's going to be, but in 3, 2, 1. What is attractive about group 4's energy right now, please? The time that they're watching this video. We have 11th house, Cancer, and Mercury. Oh, and this landed, I'm not sure where these landed, but I'm noticing Mercury landed right on the solar plexus. So yeah, group 4, your mind is something that people find very attractive right now. There's something very quick-witted, very sharp about your instincts and the way that you're approaching certain things right now. And I forgot a deck. But yeah, with this 11th house, I feel like this could be talking about your community, friendships, your friends, or your close loved ones could also find it attractive how you're growing right now. And I feel that whatever community that you're in, whether this is work or whatever the specifics are, I feel like there are people who are very drawn to you right now, group 4. And I feel like they really want to collaborate or become your ally, so to speak. They see you as someone who's very valuable and has a lot to offer. Spirit, can you please describe what is attractive about group 4's energy right now at the time that they're watching this video? Okay, so we have Martyr, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. Shadow attribute, addiction to self-pity. So yeah, group 4, I feel like you're someone who has a lot of courage. And again, there's a sense that maybe you step in for those who can't in some way. Like people who have a disadvantage, you may think, oh, I'll just step in. I don't have anything to lose. There's something somewhat protective about this energy. And as though you stick up for people, group 4, that may not be in a position to be as stealthy or clever in their approach. So for example, if this is talking about a customer service job, and you put in your 2 weeks notice, and all of a sudden there's more rude, disrespectful customers that start coming in, you may find that you start talking back to those customers because in your mind you may think, well, I'm out of here in 2 weeks anyway. My coworkers, they have to stay here and deal with this, so they can't speak up because their job is at risk, but I'm out of here in 2 weeks anyway, so I might as well have some fun with it. This is very interesting. I might have to get more. And I feel like people are also very impressed by how self-assured you are, in the sense that you don't make excuses for yourself, group 4. You just get it done. You just stick to your routine, or whatever needs to get done, you do it. You don't make any excuses. Even if you had to complain every now and then, we're only human. But yeah, you just always bounce back, group 4. Even in times where you have so much on your plate or so much working against you, you always rise above it. And with this Cancer here, I feel like you guys have a very healthy balance between your head and your heart. And your heart in this case seems to be sticking up for what's right, advocating for what's right. And I feel that most of all, group 4, you're not taking things personally, even if sometimes what people say or people's negativity bother you. You don't keep that in your heart. And again, I feel like this is hard work, group 4, so it's okay if some days are harder than others, but it seems like you are someone who leaves your heart open, but also has a shield around it. You may keep it locked up and safe, but when you need it, group 4, you dust it off and you use it. It's kind of a weird way of describing it, but yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys could be very focused on using your logical side right now, but what you may not realize is that your heart, your emotional side, your intuitive side is also helping you in this case. And there's something about you right now, group 4, where you're able to master the art of using both your logical and your emotional side. You don't let one take over the other. I feel like you really liberated yourself from any self-limiting beliefs from your past, group 4. You've overcome so much when it comes to this, and I feel like with a lot of the piles today, they don't give themselves enough credit. But in your case, group 4, I don't think you realize how far you've come. You are not the same person as you were yesterday or last year. You're always growing. You're unstoppable right now, group 4. That's what I'm getting here. And if this energy feels strange or uncertain sometimes, that's actually, it seems like it's a good sign that you're only going to continue growing even more, group 4. Like maybe at times you feel like you're stepping into your confidence, but it feels like it's just performative or something you have to do to stay strong. But group 4, this is more possible than you may think. and something that you're already doing. And again, it's something that takes time. Yeah, I feel like you're transforming as a person in general, group 4. It's something that people are noticing, and also something that feels very exciting. And yeah, group 4, nothing can stop you at this point. Nothing can stop you. You're a force to be reckoned with. And yeah, that's what I have for you today, group 4. Thank you so much. Bye.